Urgent call for collaboration, human rights and global safety at risk. Attention, global leaders, scientists, and responsible organizations. The source code governing the world's most critical natural catastrophic phenomena has been discovered by Marek Krapper through the innovative holographic climate model, HCM, copyright. What has been uncovered? The holographic climate model has identified the underlying patterns and mechanisms responsible for global climate and weather systems, earthquakes, extreme weather events, flash floods. All major natural catastrophes. Why is this urgent? The ability to predict and potentially influence these events is now within reach. While this breakthrough offers unprecedented opportunities for early warning systems and disaster prevention, it also presents significant risks if misused. Human rights and global safety are at stake. What is needed now? Do not turn away. Collaboration is essential. Official validation and responsible oversight are required. Trusted, transparent partnerships with governments and international organizations are critical to ensure these tools are used for the benefit of humanity and not weaponized. The holographic climate model has already demonstrated remarkable success. Accurate predictions of over 610 earthquakes and more than 130 extreme weather events, including the Spain Valencia flash flood, with warnings issued up to 18 hours before official alerts. Proof that meteorological data can be used to predict earthquakes and extreme weather. Connecting previously unrelated natural catastrophes. The world must act now to ensure these discoveries are used for peace, safety, and the protection of human rights. Please collaborate. Do not escape this responsibility. The future of global safety depends on our collective action. For more information and to join this critical initiative, contact Marek Krapper or visit the official holographic climate model resources. LinkedIn plus YouTube equals open source data for documentation of the predicted catastrophe events by the holographic climate model copyright invention. This is a call for the responsible and entrust collaboration for human rights. The time to act is now. Methods are available. They are dangerous to be published because of the potential against safety misuse. We need to collaborate in trust. There is no such NDA framework existing up to now. Why? The humanity is unprepared and watching and judging. We have nothing to judge. We and everyone need to follow safety rules first place. Please take this into account when judging too early and without a deep understanding of catastrophe mechanisms that you might be doing consciously or unconsciously. Databases results. Extreme weather. https://lnkd.in/d-mn3gcf earthquakes. https://lnkd.in/dvesky9j9 Greetings, Marek Krapper, inventor of the holographic climate model technology, *HCMT*. Discovery, invention, methodology, technology, IP, artifacts, all rights reserved, copyright Marek Krapper.
Why do 90% of scientists overlook the groundbreaking discovery that could reshape our understanding of climate? Welcome to the future of climate prediction. Groundbreaking evidence has emerged showing that our weather and climate are controlled by holographic technology. Yes, you heard that right. This discovery reveals that nature itself follows programmable patterns, akin to a holographic projection. Think cymatics, like how sand arranges into intricate patterns on a vibrating plate. Now imagine that on a global scale. By decoding these vibrational patterns, we can predict and potentially control earthquakes, hurricanes, and even droughts. It's like having the ultimate weather remote control. This technology developed by Marek Krapa is more than just science fiction. It's a reality backed by documented predictions and results. From earthquake forecasts to climate engineering, the possibilities are endless. Join the revolution. Embrace the future where nature's secrets are unveiled through the lens of holographic projections. Ready to change the world? All rights reserved. Copyright Marek Krapa.
The most strange thing.
The most strange thing is when I report this to scientists and intentional organizations, and I ask for support and collaboration on my project and discovery, plus keeping safety and limited publication. For safety in initial official validation phase, I get responses like this. 1. Answer from WMO, World Meteorological Organization. Dear Marek, the WWRP received your application for endorsement. Unfortunately, we do not cover earthquake predictions in WWRP, and there is not enough linkage to our implementation plan for us to endorse this project. Kind regards, Dr. Estelle de Koning, Chief, World Weather Research Science and Innovation Department, World Meteorological Organization, 7 bis, Avenue de la Paix, 1211 Geneva 2. Switzerland. 2. Answer from SCNAT, Swiss Academy of Sciences, SCNAT, Proclim-Forum for Climate and Global Change. Dear Mr. Krapa, thank you for your message and for sharing the detailed information about your project. We kindly inform you that we do not have the resources or the capacity to support or evaluate projects or applications of this kind. Thank you for your understanding. Best regards. Patricia Ricklin, Assistant, Swiss Academy of Sciences, SCNAT, Proclim-Forum for Climate and Global Change, House of Academies, Laupenstrasse 7 PO. Box 3001, Bern, Switzerland. Proclim.scnat.ch, portal. naturalsciences.ch. The SCNAT is a member of the Swiss Academies of Arts and Sciences. The holographic climate model that I discovered delivers predictions and results of catastrophes better than any other humanity-known climate model up to date. But this should be not a reason to be discriminated by the official organizations responsible for safety and validation protocols. This is very strange, and shows that these organizations might be acting against human rights and ethics, unconscious or conscious. This is to be clarified. Is this evidence for potential lobbying or mobbing and monopolistic practices in climate safety domain against human rights? We need to clarify this as soon as possible. Please support us and share these messages. We need to make them act as well. We need these organizations and specialists on board. Their participation in our program is essential. They have already established existing financing and political network systems and connections that must be urgently integrated into our modeling system for humanity's safety. Otherwise, the catastrophe and collapse of insurance, financial, political, military, and safety systems could be rapid and unexpected, just as with each catastrophe that we can predict. But they cannot. Humanity's safety is not a market. It is more essential than the existence of any single government. Therefore, by refusing collaboration and preventing the best tools from being accessible to the people for the protection of human rights, governments and organizations are effectively acting against their own populations. This is paradoxical but can become reality. We must avoid such scenarios as soon as possible. Therefore, Their collaboration is not optional. It is a necessity. There is no time to waste before the next tragedy occurs. At some point, it might be too late, leading to even more paradoxes and mistrust. We must avoid this at any cost to human life. Future catastrophe is like a terrorist organization. Working against natural catastrophes and predicting them is like working against a Mother Nature spontaneous chaotic terrorism organization. It has no clear plan of action, no consulting agency, does not consult with people or governments before acting, does not ask for permission or paperwork, and when it strikes, it can take billions of USD in seconds and claim many lives. With natural catastrophes, negotiations aren't possible, unlike situations where negotiation is still possible, for example, with Putin. Yet people, universities, authorities, international organizations, and the market do not appreciate these efforts at all and refuse to find a suitable NDA framework to collaborate or validate my climate models. The KGB and CIA have their own NDA frameworks against terrorism and can function like human-oriented organizations for safety or, sometimes, for war and manipulation. Yet the realities and physics of natural catastrophes have no security framework in politics, even though this is one of the most fundamental safety issues and threats to the system, economically, societally, and militarily. It seems like things are slowly heading in the direction of extremism, with governments acting slowly unconscious against the people and against safety. Especially when I request collaboration and they refuse. This shouldn't be the case in a civilized, peaceful, and safe world. No government wants to be regarded as acting against its own people or compared to terrorist organizations that endanger their citizens. It is a fundamental legal and ethical obligation for governments and institutions to use the best available tools and technologies to ensure public safety. For example, the Swiss Labor Act, ARG, and similar regulations in other countries require employers to provide the highest quality tools and measures for the safety and protection of workers. This principle similarly applies to governments and public bodies. They must adopt and implement proven, advanced systems whenever possible to safeguard their populations. Failing to use the best available solutions knowingly, especially when lives are at risk, may not only violate ethical principles but could also be interpreted as a breach of legal duty and public trust. We must avoid such a scenario at any cost to human life. Governments and institutions must act decisively and responsibly, prioritizing safety above bureaucracy and institutional inertia. Draft articles on the protection of persons in the event of disasters, PPED, developed by the UN International Law Commission and moving toward adoption as a binding international convention, require each state to reduce the risk of disasters by taking appropriate measures, including through legislation and regulations, to prevent, mitigate, and prepare for disasters. Disaster risk reduction measures expressly include risk assessments and the installation and operation of early warning systems. States must act to protect people's rights and ensure an effective disaster response. Article 2, PPED, establishes that the primary purpose is an adequate and effective response to disasters and reduction of the risk of disasters, so as to meet the essential needs of the persons concerned, with full respect for their rights. Article 9, PPED, further details this duty, compelling every state to conduct risk assessments, gather and share risk and loss information, and implement early warning systems. Article 10, PPED, Article 7, PPED. In summary, states have a legal duty under emerging international law and established human rights law to take all necessary and appropriate measures to prevent, prepare for, and mitigate disasters, including by using the best available scientific, technical, and early warning tools for the protection of their populations. Neglecting these obligations can violate human rights, particularly the right to life. Citing these articles makes it clear that governments must actively collaborate on disaster reduction and should not refuse the integration or validation of advanced systems that could save lives and prevent catastrophe. Kind message to the governments and international institutions. Please elaborate and do not escape from this responsibility when I contact you. Please create a special international and national NDA non-disclosure project framework for safety, validation, and implementation of HCM technology. Mutual collaboration for safety and trust is strongly needed and is mandatory, not optionally, for human rights and basic human rights safety in climate catastrophes technologies. Paradoxical true. There is probably nothing more urgent and important that any government should do right now. Most human-to-human actions can wait. Even war can wait, because people can wait when other people give them order. The natural catastrophe is communicating naturally and cannot wait, or postpone the time of visit, or even ask the government for permission. When the governments and international organizations would even try to tell nature to wait, it is generally a bad idea and will just result in more damage and violation of human rights and costs of damage in the future. Therefore, please treat this message with the highest safety and priority. Based on stated above, a natural catastrophe is worse than a terrorist organization because it is non-negotiable under almost any conditions and values of money and time that humans have established as a trading norm. Nature does not trade, not negotiate, and all humanity and animals are hostages of Mother Nature. All the time is just deciding whom to kill and whom not. The holographic climate model HCM is enabling it to predict its moves beforehand and potentially mitigate danger before it strikes. This is a step towards global safety. Governments, countries, the financial sector, insurance sector stability, and, most importantly, food sector stability, health sector stability, rescue services, and reconstruction funds stability and progress. For the future of our existence and for the future of our children and their children. We predict that all features of holographic climate model presented here can be also integrated, adapted to be complementary with existing models. There is no competition between them. There is a complementary part. Catastrophe prediction part here is very strong plus complex geometry plus holographic visual prediction. We have strong indication and observe that all weather predictions and effects that current official models currently offer and deliver are calculated as outcome and a derivative of global catastrophic events. HCM models are strong in catastrophes and we have limited derivative part. This makes is complementary to existing climate models and not in direct competition. CROSS calibration of existing models with HCM will be a future project task, to make both parts fully automated and integrated and cross-controlling each other for humanity safety and benefit. Without knowing the source code of these catastrophes and reason, exact mechanism, how they are made, it will be hard to predict or to influence future catastrophes. Once we know how to predict, we automatically know how to influence them before they happen, and this is the most useful but can be also the dangerous part of it when misused. Trusted NDA framework is mandatory to maintain reliability, repeatability and safety of the official model's validation phase. Is like, too many observer, effect can have influence on the outcome of the predictions.
groundbreaking discovery that could reshape our understanding of climate. Welcome to the future of climate prediction. Groundbreaking evidence has emerged showing that our weather and climate are controlled by holographic technology. Yes, you heard that right. This discovery reveals that nature itself follows programmable patterns, akin to a holographic projection. Think cymatics, like how sand arranges into intricate patterns on a vibrating plate. Now imagine that on a global scale. By decoding these vibrational patterns, we can predict and potentially control earthquakes, hurricanes, and even droughts. It's like having the ultimate weather remote control. This technology developed by Marek Krapa is more than just science fiction. It's a reality backed by documented predictions and results. From earthquake forecasts to climate engineering, the possibilities are endless.